Assalamu alaikum, dear parents and students. Welcome to our distance learning. I hope everyone is doing great. Our subject is English. We will start with week number 8. Our essential question is, what can you learn from signs in your community? So the signs that we have in our community, what are we learning from them? Wonderful. So we are learning how to be cautious, how to understand where to go. For example, if it's a shop, how can I know what kind of shop is it? So I will not be confused. I will not be misled. So whenever the sign is there, it always helps a person to be cautious of things. So if it says stop, you need to stop there. If it tells it's a grocery shop, so it is a grocery shop. So we will not be misled. Now let's look into the characteristics of a good learner. A good learner has to be ambitious, should be a self-learner, should be curious, and should always seek feedback. Now, let's look to unit number 4, lesson number 19. The name of the story is The Sign Maker's Assistant, and the skill that we are covering is vocabulary. Learning intention is I will be able to read, identify, and list the target vocabulary word. So we will be able to read it, identify it, and list the target vocabulary words. The success criteria is I can read and identify the target vocabulary words. I can interpret the meaning of the target vocabulary word. So it means you can say what does it mean, you can tell the meaning of it. And the last one is I can write sentences using the target vocabulary words. Now, The Sign Maker's Assistant is written by Ted Arnold, and the genre of the story is a humorous fiction. Now, a humorous fiction is written to make the reader laugh and have a good time. And remember, the events in the story is not a real life event. It doesn't happen in real life, so it's not realistic. It doesn't happen to people. Now let's look at the vocabulary words. The first word is assistant. Assistant is a person who helps someone else. For example, we have assistant in our classes, which helps us with our work, which helps the teacher with her work, which helps everyone in our school to help us with our education. So that is assistant. Sometimes some of the teachers go to the other teacher's classroom to assist the students when the teacher is absent or when they want to collaborate and work together. So that is assistant, is a person who helps someone else. Now, agreed. Agreed is to have the same opinion or idea with someone. So, for example, I am writing my persuasive writing about, let's say, ice creams are the best thing to have during summer. Now, if everyone agrees with my opinion, it means they understand and they agree and they say, yes, you are right about that thing. So we share the same idea. Polite. Polite have good manners. To have good manners is being polite. For example, if I want to ask something from anyone, someone who is older than me or younger than me, I need to always say it nicely and politely. Can I please have this? We have to always say please when we want something. We have to say thank you when we receive something. So it's very important to be polite. Now, failed is to be unsuccessful. So when you're not successful, when you're unsuccessful, it means you have failed. Now, tearing. Tearing is to rip something apart. So she teared the paper. So you're ripping something apart into two pieces. Wisdom is to have knowledge and good judgment of things. So sometimes we have knowledge, but we don't have wisdom. Wisdom means you have a good judgment of things. For example, we are learning about solid, liquid, and gas. So this is the knowledge that everyone has after listening to the teacher. But some students, mashallah, they have wisdom, they have good judgment. They will actually apply this in their life and go around and explore and see. So that is called wisdom. That is something which you are being a good learner and you're trying to find out, explore things by yourself. So that is a good judgment. Okay. Now, cleared. Cleared is to move or get rid of something. So for example, if there's a lot of garbage in my house, so many things that I'm not using, so I'm going to clear away everything. So clear is to move something out or get rid of something that you don't need anymore. Trouble is a problem. So I have a trouble means I have a problem. So trouble means problem. Now let's do this activity together. The activity asks you, match the word to the definition, put the letter at the definition in the blank. So let's look here. Agreed. Agreed means not succeeded, problem, to have said yes to something or to have taken things away. Mashallah, excellent is C, to have said yes to something. When you agree to something, it means you're saying yes to it. Now, number 2, trouble. Trouble, is it not succeeded, problem, or to have taken things away from? Wonderful, it is problem. Trouble means to have problem. Cleared, is it not succeeded, or is it to have taken things away from? Mashallah, excellent, well done. To have taken things away from, and failed is not succeeded. Now let's go to the next one. Now here the activity says directions, use the vocabulary words in the box to complete the sentences. Now the words are assistant, agreed, cleared, and polite. So I'm going to read the sentence and I'm going to cross out the word and write which one is the right one for each blank. Now, the crossing guard dashed away so the children could cross the road. What did the crossing guard? Crossing guard, we can say, is like a policeman who's trying to guard the road, trying to keep the road safe. So what is he doing to keep the children safe to cross the road? Is he assisting the way so the children could cross the road? Is he agreed the way the children could cross the road? Or did he clear the way so the children could cross the road? Or did he polite the way so the children could cross the road? Excellent, very creative person. So they cleared. So he cleared the way so the children could cross the road. Clear means that he tried to keep the cars on one side and make them stop so the road is clear, there's no cars, and it's safe for the children to cross the road. Number 2, the sign reminds children to be nice or dash to others. What you should be nice or what to others? We should be polite to others. Excellent. Number 3, the dash is helping to put up the sign. Who is helping me to put up the sign? The person who helps is called assistant. Wonderful. And the last one is the people dash that this road needed a stop sign. The people agreed. Agreed means to have said yes and have the same idea about one thing. So they all agreed to put a stop sign. So that means agreed. Okay, well done. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask your teacher, and always think about your learning pit. So whenever we are learning something new, we will find ourselves inside the learning pit with a challenge, and you need to always keep on practicing, seeking for feedback, asking questions when you don't understand something, trying to find ways to learn new things, and inshallah you will find yourself outside the learning pit soon. And feel free to ask your teachers, and we'll see you in another video. Thank you for listening.